I
like,
don't understand why people keep talking about that. It was forever ago. They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes outbreak from her giving him the herpes.
ooh, my.
Like, how the you know what I mean? Like people don't understand what happened that night, and that's because Jay-Z worked so hard to change the narrative of that.
It seems there's a lot of truth to those rumors about Jay-Z's alleged affair. Jaguar Wright isn't just confirming them. She's adding fuel to the fire with some wild claims. According to her, Beyoncé not only knew about the affair, but also supposedly tried to derail Rihanna's career over it. If that wasn't chaotic enough, Jaguar dropped some bombshells about how Rihanna and Jay-Z allegedly went to great lengths to keep their affair under wraps, even going so far as to frame Chris Brown and set him up when he threatened to expose them. According to Jaguar, Beyoncé not only knew about the affair, but also supposedly attempted to silence Rihanna in a bid for revenge. Jaguar Wright came prepared to spill the tea, so buckle up for this wild ride. Jay-Z gave her the bees that she gave to Chris Brown. And that first night when he had that outbreak and he bust in Clyde Davis's house and said, "Where is this dirty at?" I can't fault him for that. He had this beautiful, tall, wonderful Chris Brown. She ruined him. She ruined him at 19 years old. He's got the Jay-Z herpes, girl. It looks like Jaguar Wright is in full defense mode because she is speaking up in defense of Chris Brown and revealing how the industry has done him dirty. Now, I know that Chris Brown is super successful and has many hits under his belt, but I think we can all agree that Chris' career has been held back a lot, and it all has to do with his situation with Rihanna back in 2009. Yeah, I'm talking about the time he and Rihanna got into an argument, and he put paws on her, leaving her with a lot of bruises on her face and body. That was when his career began to take a nosedive, and things went left for him.
He gave her the herpes that she gave to Chris Brown. And that first night, when he had that outbreak and he busted into Clyde Davis's house and said, "Where the is this dirty at?" I can't fault him for that. He had this is beautiful, tall, wonderful Chris Brown. She didn't ruin him. She ruined him at 19 years old. He's got the Jay-Z herpes.
But according to Jaguar Wright, Chris didn't just flip out on Rihanna for no reason. He was highly upset because he had just found out that Rihanna had allegedly given him herpes, which she got from Jay-Z, allegedly. After the fallout, Chris appeared to own up to his actions, sticking to the storyline pushed by Rihanna and her team. According to that tale, the fight started when Rihanna found out about Chris's infidelity, spiraling into a physical confrontation where she supposedly threw the first punches and he reacted with force. But now, Jaguar is flipping the narrative. She is speaking up and insisting there's more to the story than what's been spun so far. According to her, Jay-Z had a hand in the whole affair, orchestrating a scheme that led to Chris's downfall and then profiting from it. It's a bold claim that's bound to stir the pot in the ongoing drama of Chris Brown's career. With this fresh perspective, the old narrative takes on a new twist. It's not just about a messy relationship boiling over into violence anymore. It's about power plays, betrayal, and the cutthroat entertainment industry. Jaguar is finally seizing control of the story, dead set on setting the record straight once and for all. In an interview, Rihanna said, "I caught him in a lie, and he wouldn't tell the truth, and I wouldn't drop it. I couldn't take that he kept lying to me, and he couldn't take that I wouldn't drop it. It escalated into him being violent towards me, and it was ugly. I was battered, I was bleeding, I was swollen in my face." She also admitted that the relationship was super toxic, saying, "The more in love we became, the more dangerous we became for each other." Equally dangerous because it was a bit of an obsession. For the longest time, Chris also went along with this version of events, claiming that he had lost his mind when Rihanna caught him cheating. But as time went on, fans started to notice that Chris seemed to be pushing back against that narrative. He was actively trying to reshape the situation and get people to see the other side of it. But that didn't quite work out well for him because people were still stuck on the narrative of him being the bad guy. Take, for instance, his collaboration with Chloe Bailey on the track, How Does It Feel? When news broke of their collaboration, Chloe faced a lot of criticism and hate from fans who called her out for working with Chris given his past. This made Chris so upset that he went on a rant, saying, If y'all still hate me for a mistake I made as a
Understand why people keep talking about that. It was forever ago. They were both very young, and he had just had his first herpes outbreak from her giving him the herpes.
Ooh, my.
Like, how the did you know what I mean? Like people don't understand what happened that night, and that's because Jay-Z worked so hard to change the narrative of that night.
17-year-old. Please kiss my whole entire asterisk. I'm effing 33. I'm so tired of y'all running with this narrative. You weird people are the same ones that tune in every week to see Blueface and Cran beat the F out of each other in front of the world. But that's okay, it's entertainment. All y'all can suck my D disrespectfully. He continued, where are the cancel culture with these white artists that date young women, beat the F out of their wives, giving women AIDS? Oh, that's right, they are your buddies. No more fake love from me. Stay out my way or get ran over. Simple as that. None of you, and I mean none of you guys, can asterisk with me. Hold on to your seats because here comes the juicy part. It turns out Chris wasn't holding back any punches when it came to calling out someone who's been rumored to have a questionable history with younger women in the entertainment industry and happens to be married to a significantly younger one. You guessed it, he was pointing the finger squarely at Jay-Z. Let's dissect this. Jay-Z is a good 12 years older than Beyoncé, while he insists they started their romance when she was 18 or 19. The timelines just don't quite line up. In a 2007 chat with Charlie Rose, Jay-Z mentioned crossing paths with Beyoncé 10 years ago, placing their initial meeting in 1997. Do the math, and Beyoncé would have been a mere. The whole 9 yards, and well, let's just say it might have been the final straw that set him off. This revelation adds a whole new dimension to the saga, particularly given the long-standing whispers about Jay-Z and Rihanna's relationship back in the late 2000s and early 2010s. Hence, those rumors were practically everywhere, hinting at something more than just a professional connection between Rihanna and Jay-Z, but Rihanna consistently shot them down. Insisting their bond was purely musical, nothing else. Her publicist at the time even took responsibility for spreading the fake news, claiming that he did it as a way to push Rihanna's career. He said, the PR stunt that I did was out of desperation to help break Pondera replay. He wrote it was reckless, and I didn't think it was going to work. I was just throwing spaghetti at the wall to see what would stick. I didn't think it would be this big story, but now knowing that people are profiting from speculations and opinions about her really turns my stomach. I'm ashamed that I'm even talking about this. I just want to put this rumor to rest once and for all. Hold on to your hats, because Chris is dropping some serious truth bombs. Now, according to him, Jay-Z and Rihanna's whole Just Music cover-up is nothing but a smokescreen. He's alleging that both of them went to great lengths to squash any whispers of a romance because
Rihanna was only 14, 15 when he started with her and signed to the Def Jam. It's clear to say that the herpes that she had came from the person she had been most involved with, and that was Sean Carter. So here it is. Chris Brown has his first herpes outbreak from the celebrity girlfriend who he was set up with, and it was supposed to be this and it was supposed to be that, and he was there so people wouldn't pay attention to the fact that she was Jay-Z, underage.
Writing all her songs, he did co-write quite a few, and his influence was undeniable. So how did they go from being so tight-knit in the studio to Jay-Z supposedly blackballing her and tanking her career in the industry? Well, it turns out that things between Foxy and Jay went beyond what the public knew. They took their relationship from the studio to the bedroom, and word on the street at the time was that they were romantically involved. However, I wouldn't exactly call it romantic because there wasn't much romance involved. It was more like a casual romp, if you catch my drift. In fact, there were rumors that Jay-Z was the first man that Foxy had been with, and she was a minor at the time. It was something of an open secret in the industry. He was something of a sugar daddy for her, which was weird because, again, she was 15 and he was in his mid to late 20s. Rumor has it that he funded some pretty lavish shopping sprees for her, and he paid for her nails, hair, and that sort of thing. But y'all want to know something interesting? Sources in the industry revealed that Jay-Z allegedly gave Foxy an STD while they were messing around together. I should go back and talk to all that she slept with in Philly. When she was in Philly, she burned every last one of them. She said more to the clinic than Jaguar had more to spill on that topic.